I get into today's review, let's talk about flashlights and lumens in general. It seems that every time I do a flashlight review, I've always got people in the comment section saying, well, why would I pay that for that flashlight when I can get the same amount of lumens out of this flashlight for a lot less money? There's flashlights that are in every price range, and I do try my hardest to bring you good quality flashlights in the higher price ranges as well as the budget price ranges. So there's a lot of things that affect the lumen output of a flashlight, and you never really know whether a manufacturer is telling you the lumen capability of the LED itself, or they're telling you what actual output comes out of the front of the flashlight and what you can expect to see if you shine it on a wall, for example. Things that you want to look for when buying a flashlight are what LED does it have in it. Some use the older T6 LED, some use the new U2 LED. Different LEDs are going to output different lumens, and it all depends on the voltage that you're putting to that LED. Of course, you can overdrive your LED by pumping up the voltage, but then you get a very hot LED and you run the risk of overheating it and burning it out or destroying the LED itself. Of course, the voltage depends on what type of battery it takes. So if you're telling me that a AA battery flashlight is going to pump out 1200 lumens on the same LED as something that runs maybe two 18650s, it's just simply not true. Another thing to consider when buying a flashlight is the quality of the reflector and the quality of the lens. They could say that it's a 1200 lumen flashlight based on the ratings for the voltage and the LED that they put inside the light. However, once you take into consideration the loss you might receive from a lower quality lens or a lower quality reflector, you're not going to get that amount of lumen output as you would with a similar flashlight with higher quality components. Another thing that's going to affect the price of a flashlight is what type of technology it has in it. Does it have constant on technology, meaning that LED is going to output the same no matter on the voltage until it drops below a certain point? Does it have polarity protection? Does it have overheat protection? Does it have memory? Does it have, good programming to it? All these things are going to factor into the price of your flashlight and the overall quality of your flashlight. So with my reviews, I bring you lights that I would use myself, that I feel are good quality for the money, that have adequate brightness for what the manufacturer states they have, and have the features that the manufacturer states that they have. Of course, as with anything, you can go out there and buy some really cheapo flashlights. But again, are they going to have the technology built in? And is the manufacturer simply telling you what the output capability of the LED is, not necessarily what their output is out of the front of the light? For an example of what I mean, let's take a look at binoculars or weapon-mounted scopes. You could have the same power in two different scopes, yet the glass could be much higher quality in one scope or one set of binoculars than the other, and generally they're going to have a higher price. For example, when I go hunting, I have a pair of very nice Nikon Monarch binoculars. I also have a cheaper pair of Bushnells. They have the same power rating, however, I'm able to see in much lower light with the Nikons because of the higher quality glass and therefore the higher price. So when selecting a flashlight and looking at the price versus quality, there's different things to take into consideration. What LED is it running? What technology does it have behind it? And what is the quality of the lens and the reflector and the overall design quality of the light itself? So today we're going to take a look at a more budget-friendly light. This is the Archer 1A version 2 from ThruNite. This is a $36 light. It pumps out 180 lumens and it runs on one AA. Some people like the fact that they can pop a AAA or a AA into their flashlight because they feel in a survival situation those type of batteries are going to be more readily available. I do think it's a good idea to have a AA or a AAA light in your bug out bag or survival kit for that very reason. Those batteries are probably going to be more readily available. However, I really don't feel that it's a huge problem running 18650s simply because I can recharge them using a solar panel in the light itself or use an external charging cradle. For example, I have a few flashlights that will charge an 18650 right on board. Not only can I use that to charge the 18650 that's in the flashlight, but then I could also pop out that battery and use it in another flashlight. So I can use the flashlight as the way to charge that flashlight and other flashlights. Having the ability to charge your lights indefinitely in a survival situation is definitely something else to consider and might get you away from the fact that you think that AA's or AAA's are the only thing you should run in your survival kit. In my kits, I'll usually run with a AA or AAA flashlight or headlamp, and then I'll also pop in an 18650 rechargeable flashlight as well. So this is the updated version of the Archer 1A. This is the V2. Now it has been out quite a while now, for several months, and there are plenty of reviews on YouTube, so I recommend you check those out as well. But it's a very straightforward light, a very capable light. I like the fact that it runs on a AA. It is 180 lumens. They've made it more user-friendly, so it's very user-friendly as far as modes go. You simply turn it on and you switch your modes with the mode button, and you hold it down for strobe. So very straightforward. It has a memory. It's going to memorize what mode you had it on when you turn it on and off. Pretty straightforward stuff when it comes to tactical flashlights. So we've got the lowest mode, which they call their Firefly mode. Then there's low, medium, and high. And the high is 180 lumens. And then you hold the button down and that will give you the strobe. Then of course there's memory. So if we turn off the light, we can either momentary or turn it right back on to the same mode. Now something you may not know about this light, and they don't show it in the specs, is that this light is capable of around 500 lumens. If you take the AA out and you replace it with a 14500 battery, you can increase your voltage and you can increase your lumen output. Now the specs do say that it's compatible with the 14500, but they don't tell you that then your lumens will increase up to around the 500 lumen range. So if I turn the light back off and show you the different modes, this is actually the Firefly mode. You could barely see it before, but now that's Firefly, low, medium, and then high is much, much brighter. 2 to 3 times brighter and roughly around 500 to 600 lumens. This particular model, of course, is made out of aircraft aluminum. It's got some tactical knurling there, which is pretty cool. Front mode switch, which goes between Firefly, low, medium, high, and then strobe. On the back, it's got the tactical clicky switch, which not only turns it on and off, but then you can also momentary with it as well. It's got tempered glass on the front, as well as an anti-reflective coating and a stainless steel strike bezel. It's a very durable light. If you guys want to see some destruction tests or some torture tests, I'm going to put a link to Chris Tanner's video where he shoots this thing several times with crossbow bolts, and it does take some pretty decent abuse. So it's a very durable light. It's a very capable light, very simple light to use. But like I said, you just pop one AA in there, and then you have your tail switch clicky and your mode button to select modes. So very straightforward and easy to remember as far as the modes go. I like the stainless steel bezel that they have on the front. I like the swappable pocket clip, and I also like the size. It's a very nice size. It fits great in a pocket or just slipping it into a pack or even onto the webbing on the pack itself. And it has a nice deep carry pocket clip, which is stainless steel with a titanium coating. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video today and some of my thoughts when it comes to flashlights and flashlight technology. As always guys, if you enjoyed the video today, please give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you leave me some comments on what you think about flashlights and what you think about flashlight technology below in the comment section. I do try to answer each and every comment that comes in. Make sure you share this video on all your social media to your friends on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. And as always guys, click that red subscribe button for more videos.